correspondent who's been just traveling non-stop. Amazing hard work and wonderful reports, Alok. God bless you for the kind of information you've provided us and the scoops. I just wanted to ask you in this context, do you feel there is any movement of popularity away from the BJP, and B, are you witnessing coalescing of opposition votes around one party, say the Samajwadi Party? In other words, if the BSP is going to go down, if the Congress is going to go down, are those voters going to go predominantly towards the Samajwadi Party, or will they be equally divided and some will go to the BJP? I mean, just from your gut feel and talking to so many people that you have in this campaign.
Sir, good evening. I think if you go by gut feel, then most certainly one perceives this as a two-party race, predominantly between the BJP, which is in lead position, and the Samajwadi Party,
right,
which is the biggest contender. In the voting areas that I covered, especially on the day of voting and after speaking to many people, one did sense that, a lot of the votes those that were moving away, say, from the Bahujan Samaj Party or even the Congress, were going to the Samajwadi Party in some areas. But like I said, there were many of my fellow reporters and colleagues in other organizations who said that they had gone to many voting booths and they found that there was a lot of discontent and many votes were going to the Samajwadi Party. But I saw a fair balancing out because I was at many booths, including in some places where that were perceived to be strongholds of the Samajwadi Party too. And I saw that, there was a fair amount of voting for the BJP also and across the male-female equation, etc. Right. So,
I want you to come to that.
Many people have been asking me that what's your gut?
I want you to come to that about women. We'll be just discussing that. You spend so much time, so you're a familiar face there. It's probably a little easier for you to talk to women voters than for us when we just come in from Delhi and, So, is there a huge swing towards the BJP amongst women and not so much amongst men, or, difficult to say? What do you feel?
You see, I was listening to your discussion that you were having with the other panelists, and it was very interesting, in the last 2 years or so, I must have done countable stories around Ujjwala, just one scheme. I'd like to talk about just one scheme. And there is no doubt that scheme, its success or its failure is very debatable. Because at the end of the day, you go into these villages, you find that a lot of these cylinders are lying idle. The refill rate is just about 3 or 4 for a year. And a lot of the women will tell you that, look, this is a scheme that's well intentioned, but it's not working on the ground. And yet, when you go out on the voting days and you ask the women and you ask other people, it is one of the schemes that they will talk about. And it is one of the schemes that they will tell you that they say, kind of works in favor of the BJP.
Right.